Why, hello everyone, welcome back to PlayFrame, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Who's ready to see a little bit more of this region, Yes, we've had a lovely time getting familiar with Kugane, and we'll definitely be back here plenty, don't you worry. The weather's nice for once, and that's nice, so let's just soak that in. Very good. But we actually do have business out here. We're not just here to sightsee. 'Twas not for naught, at least. Our friend in the Sekisegumi is willing to consider this an investment of sorts, a payment against future misunderstandings. That's for the best. I'm sure we're going to have more of those over the course of this expansion. Just knowing our luck. To be honest, I wish I'd seen that fight. I do too. Good job winning 10 fights against the local cops to get free. I guess that's how it can work. Just when I think I've heard everything. But whatever, he's free. That's all that matters. For a man who has just defeated 10 samurai in a row, Kosetsu's looking rather sheepish. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we found a willing captain. Truly? What fortune? We'll tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. Fantastic. I've missed doing your voice, buddy. Not sure why Gyoto's is a strain and his isn't, but who cares? Fun to do. So, let's check in with everyone and, could you teach me how to open the door myself one of these days? Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Yeah, sure. I'll let you do it. I don't want to take away your, job security or whatever. Kosetsu! Thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I'm the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster! How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me.
You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand.
Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you?
For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien.
Lord Hien?
Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. He was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder.
So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army to your lands.
The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then, one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien.
Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors.
Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yanxia, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri.
Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane. working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There's a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak? Come now, brother, a competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them, as you of all people should know. And you're so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we all must serve each in our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Tough break, buddy. It is only fair, though. You've had Alice stay back to hold the fort several times now. I think she gets a turn. Soraban's waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. We will. Oh, this is great. We're sending out on the away team me, Gosetsu, Lise, and Alice. The 4 people who are most likely to hit first and ask questions later, and not necessarily the brightest strategic minds in our group. This bodes well. I hereby dub our adventuring party Team Punch. And I have a suspicion it's going to suit us quite well. So, Team Punch. We good to go? I know Alphino can hold his own in a fight, but he's plainly better suited to more cerebral tasks. Surely I'm not alone in thinking that. No, you are correct. This one's smaller than the Misery. A lot smaller. It is a good bit smaller, although, keep in mind, this gentleman crossed the sea in a rowboat to get to Eorzea, so it can be, not that we should take that strategy, but apparently it can be done, right?
Ah, Kojian Captain, a fine choice. Only Confederate sailors rival their knowledge and skill.
Well, see, that puts me in a quieter peace of mind already.
I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay?
We shall. After you, my shelled friend.
If you insist. With me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits.
And we're off to a new area.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
And here we are. Boy, that just keeps going up, huh? Whew. We made it.
The Hingans built this island as a bulwark against invasion and filled it with enough cannons to sink an armada.
Woe betide any enemy foolish enough to attack by sea. Now, if the Garleans were to bring their airships, on the other hand... Somewhere out there, across the water, is Yugiri and Gosetsu's homeland. That's true, we're going to get to see where y'all came from. That's gonna be fun. Exciting. Thanks for the ride.
How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures, many wonderful treasures.
Yes, indeed. One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, as Soraban well knows.
Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you'll need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done.
To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessings of the pirate lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. Dermot, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. Oh. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. Sounds good. We're swimming, I guess. You just need to blow off some steam. All right. Oh, come on. How far could it be? Okay, well, it's not close, but we can do it. Didn't really come dressed for swimming, but it's fine. We swim. Love the whole volcanic island vibe. Very good. Very fun in general. Right, this should be easy. And a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. I feel like you're gonna win that bet. I mean, Derman's doing pretty good here, but I kind of feel like Lise is probably the better swimmer. Almost there. Whoop, camera. Camera freaked out for a second there. Sorry, but we're here. I've made it. I'm soaked. Thanks, great idea. Not bad. We'll call it a draw. That's generous of you, but you were here well before me and you know it. No, Derman, don't. Come on. No need to be grumpy. We don't have to just pick fights. You'll dry off, buddy. It's fine. Not that I have anything against the occasional dip in the ocean, but to dive in on a whim is a bit... Well, it was Lisa's idea. I just succumbed to peer pressure.
Oh, what spirit you two have to delight in this simple joy so readily.
I feel like I've been insulted. I don't think he intended that as an insult, but I feel a little insulted anyway.
Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui.
All right. Lead on. Let us speak with pirates. Confederates. Sorry. Climb, 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 climb. And here we are? Yes, I think so. Ah, here's the squad. Sparse camp, but kind of nice. I wonder, Laminson pirates have been known to say things like "ah," but surely pirates on the opposite side of the world would use different expressions? Or "arududu," perhaps? Come on, you and your brother have traveled so much. How is it you seem to be the one who gets hit with culture shock the most of the group?
Doma's position on the Confederacy could be best described as one of guarded acceptance. They are pirates, aye, but they adhere to a code and are a stabilizing force in the Ruby Sea.
I imagine whatever stability y'all can get these days is acceptable, if not welcome.
This one is Tansui. Come, introduce yourselves.
I'm about to, just checking in. Ugh, my clothes have mostly dried, but they're a bit clingy. Still, no regrets. I fear you have the advantage of me. Hello. Most honorable and esteemed Derman Darami. I'm Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. That we do. We are here to pay. Tansui's face betrays nothing as he looks you up and down. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It's just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days.
I would pay for their passage to Authord. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction?
The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it.
Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all.
Alas, we live in interesting times, and as you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the curious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning...
Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it.
Very well, I'll be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that, man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled. For now. What was that he and the other pirates were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Sounds good to me, let's do it. Team Punch. It does start getting pretty lovely out here at sunset. I mean, it was lovely before, and the weather's a little inclement, but still. The orange looks nice on it. Just a very fun, different kind of landscape. Especially after all that Ishgard snow. I beg your pardon. Gracious. Fire crab. That is an intense couple of crabs. Oh, there's everyone. Are you hiding from the crabs? Listen, I get it. Look at these things. Those are the most intense crabs I've ever seen. Not to be tangled with. That's Tansui over there, isn't it? I'll go check in a second.
I am not certain this is a wise idea.
Probably not, but you are here with Team Punch, and this is how we do things.
I've been away for some time, so...
Oh, are you replying? Do you know what this is all about? You were replying. Sorry, I talked to you in the wrong order. Let's go check in with Tansui, taking care to evade Fire Crab. Okay. Oh, there they are. Let's do a spy.
Gentlemen, I'm told you are most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats.
Guys, do you think we could carry on this conversation back on shore? My boots and pants and everything are getting wet.
Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
I'm just saying this isn't knee-high for some of us.
Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Yes, thank you everyone. I had just gotten dry. Boy, those crabs. And man, this music. So as y'all have heard before, all of these different regions and areas have both a daytime and a nighttime version of their theme. And starting in Stormblood particularly, a lot of the time the nighttime themes are often just sort of very echoey solo piano renditions of the theme, and I quite like that. Like, it really lends it a calm vibe. Honestly, some of these piano renditions end up being some of my favorite versions of some of these tracks. It's really lovely. Anyway. Doma is but one of many provinces under Imperial control, filled with people who have had to find ways to cope with a bitter reality. So they really don't care what happens to Doma. I refuse to believe that.
What are we waiting for? Come, come, Soroban cannot have gone far. Though, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment.
That's a good idea. Let's head back. Start getting dry again. See, at least I'm wearing open-toed boots, so my socks aren't damp. Not that I thought that I was going to have to plan ahead for that. Oh, good, he's still here.
Ha! I told you he would not abandon us!
No, of course not. Not our turtle friend. I'm sure he has his reasons for his odd behavior, and I should very much like to hear them. Trust requires honesty. That is true. You want to explain?
Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often are shellless quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then. Now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear.
Sounds great. Sure. Thanks. For the shoes. Apparently I'm going to need spare dry ones more often. Soroban is in high spirits. Oh, good.
I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. That reminds me. Derman, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades.
That seems prudent. Let's not get shot out of the sea on our way over. After paying money and everything. Proud Confederate, y'all aren't going to shoot us out of the sea, right?
Oh, you're one of the Aegean from the beach. Leaving us already?
No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Hey, sure. I hope y'all stay in business a little bit. I'll check in with the merchant here and then we'll be on our way. All right, Team Punch, enough stalling. We make for Doman shores. Got stuff to do.
What are we standing around here for? Did you not hear what Tansui said? The Viceroy must be stopped.
Right, there is urgency here, everyone. Even if we need not fear the Confederacy, there's no telling what manner of Imperial presence we'll find waiting for us. We must be careful. I'm gonna try to. Next stop, Othard and Doma. We're coming, Yugiri. That we are. Let's go.
You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time.
All aboard.
Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari.
Wait, Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away.
Very well, I know just the place.
Good thinking. I think you're going to have to be the de facto brains of Team Punch, LSA. Probably not the role you would prefer, but look who you are surrounded with, and consider the alternative. And feet are wet again, of course. Can't win. It would have been silly to try to swim all the way here. At least this time. Yes, I'm glad you didn't try to swim. From where? Where did we just go? All the way from... way over here. Yeah, no, at least this was not one for swimming. No.
At long last, I'm returned to my homeland.
Welcome home, buddy. Still have your bearings? I know it can be difficult when you're on the water.
Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again.
I'd like that as well. So we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Garabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about.
It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
We better go.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now! You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We will show them no mercy, or we can't, not now. We have definitely started learning what negative, repercussions, impulsive, heroic actions can have. So this is probably the correct response.
He's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels, to say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself. As a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive, they will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugani.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lys, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh. Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental, something intrinsic, something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
All right, well, I guess we'll take advantage of the opportunity. You heard him. Let's go. Right you are. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Good plan. Lead on. Sneak, 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 sneak. Looks like we're gonna have to do a little bit of swimming to get over there. Again. Cool look at the volcano, though. It looks so angry. Please, Alice. Goodness, what is that thing? Gyuki. Yipes. She's right. This is not like the Reach. This is worse. They were defenseless. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh, gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Oh dear. Calm down, we had nothing to do with... What am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, German. You got it. Team punch. Are you two giving chase? Well, we can't have that, can we? Get out of here. I'ma punch you. Leave me alone. We've dealt with enough today. Would you die? We've dealt with enough today. Thank you. Oh my. I see you two have been busy. Phew. That went better than expected. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. And hopefully they shall. Guess we'll find out pretty soon. Thanks for the ride, Quay friend. I really didn't want to have my feet wet. At this rate, my shoes are just never, ever going to be dry again. Cool place. So that's the way of it. What's going on? Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own aetherite. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Pirates again, huh? You know, honestly, could be worse. All right, well, next time we will get all settled in here and see if we can be on friendly terms. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next week for some more story mode. Have a lovely weekend, and goodbye.